This is ABC 7 News at Noon.
A Mainer who assaulted several officers during the Capitol riot 2 years ago received his sentence Thursday. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. More than $35 million from Maine's lobster industry in fiscal year 2024 was officially approved by the Senate Appropriations Committee. And Mainers are just starting to see the impact on new rate changes on their electric bills. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories coming up. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey, Susan. Happy Friday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Lou G. and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. All right, here we go. So all the advisories have since been dropped. They canceled that dense fog advisory earlier than expected this morning because not as much fog had developed. We had a little bit, though, near Bar Harbor earlier this morning, but it was very hit and miss, not enough to warrant a dense fog advisory at that point. So they have since canceled that earlier than they expected at expiration time. But otherwise, we had a few showers earlier this morning. That's since starting to taper off. We may have a shower or storm in a few spots today, though. But again, most of us should be okay with just a mixture of clouds and sunshine. Otherwise, so, well, the big picture kind of looks like this. So not too much going on. Some storms south of Boston. We'll watch for a few chances for a shower or storm in our backyard today. Moving forward, we'll have a chance of that now north of us and also near us as well. We'll see that developing later on tonight and in parts of tomorrow morning. And areas of dense fog can't be ruled out either for that matter. Otherwise, though, we do have wind at around 5 to 10 miles per hour today, backing off a bit tonight. And we'll keep a little bit of that wind going as we head towards the daytime tomorrow. So your forecast for today looks a little bit like this. Lower 80s, partly cloudy with a few showers and storms on the way, and that south wind reaching up around 5 miles per hour. Later on time, middle showers and thunderstorms, areas of fog as well, and that southeast wind getting up to around 5 miles per hour. For tomorrow, lower 80s, scattered showers and thunderstorms on the way, and that south breeze at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. In your hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, watching out for showers and thunderstorms later this afternoon, but especially during the evening time frame, and temperatures overall in the 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. A Mainer who assaulted several officers during the Capitol riot 2 years ago received his sentence Thursday. Kyle Fitzsimmons of Lebanon has been ordered to serve more than 7 years behind bars. Fitzsimmons was described as being one of the most violent and aggressive rioters during the attack. Before sentencing, one of the officers who suffered career-ending injuries made a statement to the judge. He asked him to sentence Fitzsimmons to the maximum because he said Fitzsimmons wasn't demonstrating leniency when he was attacking him. On January 6, 2021, Fitzsimmons pulled an officer's arm so badly it left that officer with a career-ending permanent shoulder injury. He also pulled another officer's mask off while another rioter sprayed chemicals in the officer's face. Fitzsimmons tearfully apologized Thursday, but was unrepentant online, even raising more than $29,000 from claims his actions were actually heroic. The judge sentenced him to 87 months in prison, which is just over 7 years behind bars. We have new details on a police standoff that resulted in the arrest of 2 New York men in Bangor Wednesday. Police say it was part of an investigation into the sale of drugs. The Bangor Police Tactical Team, Maine Drug Enforcement Agency, and Homeland Security responded to a multi-unit apartment building at the corner of Parker and 3rd Streets. A standoff ensued as law enforcement executed a search warrant. MDEA Commander Peter Arno says 34-year-old Sheldon Rye and 32-year-old Tequila Bracey, both from Bronx, New York, were arrested and charged with aggravated trafficking and scheduled drugs. Arno says for the past several months they've been investigating individuals believed to be involved in the distribution of fentanyl and methamphetamine in Bangor. According to Arno, during the search, law enforcement recovered over $18,000 in suspected drug proceeds along with other evidence of drug trafficking. Both Ray and Bracey are both being held without bail at the Penobscot County Jail. A Vinyl Haven man has died following a crash Wednesday afternoon. Authorities say 67-year-old Randall Farnham was driving a pickup on Pequot Road just after noon when it went off the road and struck a tree. According to the Penn Bay Pilot, rescuers tried to revive him, but Farnham passed away a short time later. Police believe he suffered some sort of medical event that caused him to lose control. That crash remains under investigation. And we have an update on the trial involving the town of Bar Harbor and business owners over the cruise ship passenger cap ordinance. That law would limit cruise ship passengers entering the town to 1,000 per day. Court proceedings continued Thursday at the Margaret Chase Smith Federal Building in Bangor, with many Bar Harbor residents called to the witness stand. Our cameras were not allowed inside the courtroom, but we did have a reporter there. Thursday's witnesses included the harbor master, Lieutenant Christopher Wharf, who testified that his role would be to make sure passengers on cruise ships docking in Bar Harbor are counted, but he would have no role in enforcing the ordinance. He said in court that any violations of the ordinance would involve a minimum $100 fine levied against the pier owners, not the cruise ship lines or passengers. Many Bar Harbor residents were also called to the stand. They described the conditions of the downtown area on cruise ship days as more congested, frustrating, and potentially dangerous compared to non-cruise ship days due to the number of people crowding the streets. Those in favor of the ordinance said it is a means to reclaim control over the town, while plaintiffs argued that many people living in Bar Harbor rely on tourism for their livelihood. Court was in session for over 6 hours. It's unclear when a decision will be reached. More than $35 million from Maine's lobster industry in fiscal year 2024 was officially approved by the Senate Appropriations Committee Thursday. It now awaits consideration by the full U.S. Senate and House. Senator Susan Collins is the vice chairman of the Senate Appropriations Committee and helped advance that measure. She says, quote, flawed and incomplete data is being used to inform regulations, creating unnecessary, burdensome requirements for Maine lobstermen and women. This funding would support Maine's iconic lobster industry by improving incomplete and imprecise science upon which federal government relies. Mainers throughout the state have seen rate increases on their electric bills. Thursday, the Public Utilities Commission explained the rate increases and the decisions that led to them. Devin Dagnall has more.
Certainly, it's never fun to be the person going out and telling people the rates are going up.
The Public Utilities Commission held a press conference Thursday afternoon in order to dispel any confusion surrounding the recent energy rate changes.
We think there's been a lot of confusion, or potential for confusion, because there have been so many changes happening so fast. We had the CMP rate case, the Versant rate case. We had this multiple proceedings around the stranded cost filings. Our concern was that the combination of all of these changes happening at once.
According to the Maine Public Utilities Commission, Central Maine Power customers will see their electric bills increase by an average of $5 a month. They also state Versant customers in both the Maine Public and Bangor Hydro districts will see an increase of about $13 a month. The PUC's chairman, Philip Bartlett, says the rate increases are the result of careful consideration from the commission.
So we don't simply rubber stamp what a utility gives us. We scrutinize it very, very carefully and usually approve much, much less than what the utility has asked for.
There are some stipulations that come with the rate increases. According to Bartlett, CMP and Versant will be expected to improve their standards of reliability. If they do not meet those standards, they will be required to pay back their customers as a fine.
We added sort of a ramp up so that there's a standard they have to meet in year one, then in year two and year three, it gets tighter and tighter. And the purpose is to make sure that customers actually see the tangible benefits from the investments that the utilities are making.
Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, brown-tailed moths are making their presence known. There is something you can do. We've got details when we return.
Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor is the best and only spot you should go to for your rug cleanings. Serving Maine for more than 70 years, we care about your rugs. Clean rugs last longer, and our family takes pride in being the professionals that you can trust. Our cleaning process consists of soaking your rug in a bath, shampooing, rinsing, and drying in a humidity-controlled dry room, making sure no detail is overlooked. Need a repair? We fully service every type of rug for you. Saliba's Rug Cleaners.
We care about your rugs.
Team, I'm proud of you.
Team, I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
You earned this moment.
This was not our finest moment.
Now,
let's go to McDonald's.
Now, choose the new hot and spicy McChicken. 6-piece chicken McNuggets, McChicken, or a McDouble. 2 for only $3.99.
Welcome to Bennett's Gems and Jewelry in Belfast. With beautifully crafted gemstone jewelry you'll be proud to own or give as a gift. See why our longtime customers call Bennett's their favorite gift store, with an irresistible selection of genuine Maine tourmaline, fine jewelry, and gemstone giftware. Bennett's Gems also pays cash for your old gold and silver. Open till 6 every day, even Sunday. Bennett's Gems and Jewelry is on Route 1 in Belfast, next to Perry's Nut House. Look for our famous pink dinosaur and prepare to be delighted.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Pittsfield, is sponsored by Huff Power Sports, introducing Bobcat compact tractors, power, precision, and versatility for all your farming essentials. The Farmer's Table in Corinna for breakfast, lunches, dinners, and desserts made from farm-fresh ingredients. And Ben's Auto Body, just off Route 2 in Palmyra, specializing in collision and corrosion repair, as well as mild restoration.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
The city of Bangor is encouraging residents to keep their lights off at night to mitigate the spread of brown-tailed moths. The moths have emerged from their cocoons and now they're looking for places to lay their eggs. The Bangor Public Works Director says brown-tailed moths are attracted to lights, and by turning yours off at night, you can lower the chances of moths laying eggs near your home.
The idea is to not attract them to your property so that they're not defoliating your trees. So unfortunately, there's street lights that attract them, and if you have one near your property, that they are going to be attracted to those street lights.
He says the city is working on a comprehensive plan to automatically dim street lights during brown-tailed moth season in the future. He says the moths are most active between 9 p.m. and midnight, so that's the best time to keep your lights turned off. The TSA says they were expecting this summer's travel season to be the busiest in years. Our Matthew Jaroncic spoke with a TSA official to get some tips for travelers.
Have the travel bug? If you're expecting to be traveling in the upcoming weeks, now is the time to prepare.
In Maine, typically August seems to be the busiest month of the year, so we're getting ready for a big influx of passengers who are going to be traveling throughout the month of August.
Nationwide, TSA officers are currently screening nearly 2.4 million people daily, an increase from 2.1 million the year prior.
We're expecting to probably screen close to 5,000 people in Portland on the busiest days and maybe 1,800 to 2,000 here.
Florida native Olivia Isaac and her family are returning home after spending some time at their summer home in Maine. Traveling roughly an hour to board their flight, Isaac says you need to account for everything that could go wrong.
In our family, on time is early because you never know, something could happen or the line could be longer than expected, there could be traffic, so you just have to have that extra period of time so you can, just in case you have any of that struggles or speed bumps, you can solve that in that extra hour.
Before departing, Velez recommends you should arrive a few hours early before your flight. Liquids, gels, and aerosols be put into containers of 3.4 ounces or less, and bring no more than 2 carry-on bags. In Bangor, Matthew Jaroncic, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
After the break, we'll take a look at the decision to make a contraceptive pill for sale over the counter for the first time. We'll be right back.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, contact the law offices of Joe Bornstein to learn about your legal rights. Maine has the highest rate of mesothelioma fatalities in the U.S. You may be eligible to receive compensation if you were exposed to asbestos products while working in a shipyard, mill, factory, or construction site. For a free case evaluation, dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 866-460-1310 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Days tend to be filled with tasks, chores, and challenges. At Varney Chevrolet, we want to take care of your vehicle so you have one less thing to worry about. Schedule a service appointment online or by phone from the comfort of your own home. Our highly experienced technicians will get your vehicle serviced quickly and properly the first time. Once complete, rest assured knowing that your vehicle will be ready to tackle your next adventure. Come experience Varney value, only at Varney Chevrolet.
President Biden says Russian President Vladimir Putin has already lost the war in Ukraine and will not resort to using nuclear weapons on the battlefield. This as the president wraps up his meeting on strengthening NATO and Ukraine's admittance to the alliance. White House correspondent Jackie Heinrich has more.
We'll defend every inch of NATO territory, and that includes Finland, obviously.
President Biden capping off a three-country trip to strengthen the NATO alliance with a stop in its newest member state in Russia's backyard.
Working in lockstep to set us on a stronger, safer, and more secure path, not just for Europe, not just for NATO, but for the world.
Lauding Sweden's progress joining the alliance, Biden made clear Ukraine's path has a roadblock.
No one can join NATO while a war is going on, because that guarantees that we're in a war. And we're in a third world war.
Contrasting with what National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said yesterday, denying Biden believes the war must first end and saying we obviously retain flexibility. Biden offered reassurance over Ukraine's timeline, especially with security pledges from allies, proclaiming Russia has already lost.
My expectation is you'll see that Ukraine makes significant progress on their offensive and that it generates a negotiated settlement somewhere along the line.
The last American president to visit Helsinki made headlines when Trump sided with the Kremlin over American intelligence when asked if Russia interfered in the 2016 election.
He just said it's not Russia. I will say this, I don't see any reason why it would be.
Biden not wasting an opportunity to show American leadership has changed.
They already interfered in American elections.
Also offering the alliance reassurance about America's future role, even as his own chances at a second term are unclear.
I absolutely guarantee it. There is no question. There's overwhelming support from the American people, notwithstanding the fact there's some extreme elements of one party. We will stand together.
Biden also confirmed he's working on a prisoner swap with Russia to bring home detained Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich. Biden said he's serious about freeing all Americans being illegally held, and that would include Paul Whelan, who's been detained in Russia for more than 4 years. In Helsinki, Finland, Jackie Heinrich, Fox News.
Now to a history-making decision from the Food and Drug Administration. For the first time, the agency has approved over-the-counter sale of contraceptive pill. The once prescribed only O pill is expected to be available early next year as the growing number of states restrict access to birth control and abortion. ABC's Justin Finch with more from Washington. but we will have that for you as soon as we're able. And now on to our next story. Back pain can be a challenge for many, affecting over 600 million people worldwide. There are things you can do to prevent it. ABC's Justin Finch has more.
Your desk and chair at work might be more than just uncomfortable. They might be the cause of your back pain. According to the Mayo Clinic, work-related body positioning is a big risk factor for low back pain. In fact, low back pain is a leading cause of disability worldwide, resulting in approximately 264 million workdays lost in the U.S. alone and cost Americans an estimated $2.2 billion a year. To protect yourself from developing a back injury at work, experts recommend wearing shoes with support, cushioning, and stability, sitting at your desk with your knees and hips at the same level and your computer monitor at arm's length, stretching and performing light physical activity to increase muscle support, taking breaks that involve standing and walking throughout the day. And if you experience back pain, experts say you can try over-the-counter pain medicine, heating pads, and pain relief creams. But if you notice your pain isn't improving or you begin to have fever, numbness, or muscle weakness, see a doctor immediately. With this Medical Minute, I'm Justin Finch, ABC News.
We return. Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
Whenever Maine Wood Floors wants to know the weather, they log on to foxbangor.com. Whether you're searching to add beauty with a new hardwood floor or need to restore your old one, Maine Wood Floors is your hardwood flooring expert in Mid-Coast Maine. ABC 7, Fox 22, Mainly Eyes, and River's Edge Chiropractic want to send you to see the Kids Pop Never Stop Live Tour, Saturday, July 22nd at the Maine Savings Amphitheater in Bangor. Sign up to win tickets by registering at Mainly Eyes in the Bangor Mall. Your #1 choice for eye care and eyewear, Mainly Eyes. You'll see the difference. And River's Edge Chiropractic Wellness Center in Old Town. Win tickets to see Kids Pop, July 22nd on the Bangor waterfront.
Update your outdoor living space and make the most of your outdoor life with a new deck from Hammond Lumber Company. From wood to low-maintenance composite and PVC decking, Hammond has the materials, knowledge, and experience to help you get everything you need for that perfect new deck. Railing options include wood, composite, aluminum, and the modern look of cable railing. Your Hammond sales rep can answer any questions and will walk you through your options. Get the deck you want, the one you deserve, when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
Tesoro Italian Restaurant serves Bangor's best pizza, pasta, and sandwiches. Located in downtown Bangor across from the library. Open Tuesday through Saturday 3 to 9 and Sunday 3 to 8. The bar is also open 9 to 1 Friday and Saturday night. Come in and taste what everybody's talking about.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. It's fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Spectrum helps me run all this easily. Work, bust. Treat dispenser? Treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-803-4999 or visit spectrum.com today.
The University of Maine will be converting 2 historic buildings and also constructing a brand new building to form a boutique hotel complex on their campus. The goal is to maintain the history that makes the buildings unique while creating a new opportunity for the school. Built between 1887 and 1888, Colburn and Holmes Halls are 2 of the oldest buildings on campus. The project will be home to 95 hotel rooms, suites, and a cafe bistro. There was a groundbreaking last October. Once completed, the plan is to bring alumni back to campus and attract people who wish to experience what UMaine has to offer.
No shifts have had to happen. They were not being utilized, so they were shuttered buildings really just sitting there. So what this is doing is taking 2 underutilized buildings on campus and creating use and creating activity and vibrancy on the campus.
The construction and renovation is expected to be complete in 2024. One Maine community is going to be tickled pink by their annual Flamingo Festival this weekend. Harbor House in Southwest Harbor will kick off the event with a pancake breakfast bright and early Saturday morning. From there, they'll have an assortment of events and activities for the whole family to enjoy through the weekend and into Monday. The theme of the event changes every year. This year's theme has been dubbed Peace, Love, and Flamingos. Event director Diana Novella says the highlights include the Polo and Yacht Club cocktail party, live music performed by Flash and the Pans, and of course, the Flamingo Parade.
People love it. It just brings the community together. It is something that everyone can participate in. It's not a big, expensive fundraiser that people can't afford to go to. And it definitely brings everybody together for a common cause. It's special. There's something very special about this event.
All the information for the event times and locations can be found on the Harbor House website, harborhousemdi.org. 2 young California bear cubs are getting a second chance. Officials say the pair were found near their deceased mother in the San Bernardino National Forest. The young cubs were only 5 months old when they were rescued. The first cub was rescued on July 4th and the second on July 7th. The 2 cubs are currently housed in an indoor-outdoor medical facility. Project Wildlife animal caregivers set up an environment with native plants and substrate. Check your full forecast with Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, TGIF, your full weather forecast brought to you by Ruth and Webby's Restaurant in Hancock. Now hiring for all positions. So here we go. So the advisories have since been canceled. They actually canceled the dense fog advisory earlier than its expected expiration time because things have since improved. We had a little bit of fog earlier for a while this morning. That's since started to taper off, and we're going to be watching for maybe a few showers and storms again during the afternoon period. But for now, though, not seeing too much at this point. These are a few showers that moved through earlier this morning. And again, with us now catching a break, we're going to be watching for more of this tracking from the west, going toward the east along this cold front here. So that means a few showers and a few rolls of thunder again during the afternoon period. So as we take a look at things, though, again, the fog's out of here, a few showers and storms during the afternoon, better opportunities overnight tonight, tracking from the south, going toward the north, areas of dense fog expected as well. Showers and storms continue through parts of Saturday, so we'll need to keep an eye on that, especially in the northern parts of the state, areas of dense fog again as we head towards Saturday night and the parts of Sunday morning. And then, of course, keeping those chances for some precipitation around too, as this pattern continues to remain rather wet. So at least for today, though, again, locally some downpours possible, like near parts of Bar Harbor, and otherwise, though, some areas not seeing as much rain, at least through midnight tonight. But otherwise, moving forward later, especially through Tuesday, look at all the rain expected between now and Wednesday morning at midnight, maybe 1 to 2 inches locally in a few spots before we're all finished up. And here's the reason why. We have lots of moisture in the air, so the dew points are up in the 60s and even 70s. Look at this. So going to feel rather humid moving forward. But notice late Tuesday and Wednesday, finally some improvement as dew points finally fall back to more comfortable territory. Our average high temperature is 81 degrees. Lots of 70s and 80s on this chart for the next several days. So with our average high being 81 degrees, not too far away from average. We'll reach for the middle 80s again possibly as we head towards next Thursday. So for today, the lower 80s, partly cloudy, maybe a few showers and thunderstorms. Most of us may even stay dry today. That south wind reaching up to around 5 miles per hour. By tonight, mid-60s, scattered showers and thunderstorms on the way. Areas of dense fog again, and a southeast wind getting up to around 5 miles per hour. This chance tonight will be a stronger chance. But later on tomorrow, lower 80s, more scattered showers and thunderstorms cannot be ruled out. We'll have south wind reaching up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Ruth and Wimpy's Restaurant extended forecast. More scattered showers and storms possible over the next few days. Temperature's not too bad. They'll be in the upper 70s to lower 80s, but it will also be humid.
Thank you, Devin. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening on ABC 7 News at 6. But remember, we are live in Pittsfield tonight with a live broadcast, so be sure to check that out. We'll see you with Peter Dubois and Beth Jones on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great weekend.